Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at the iGarden K60, which is a cordless robot pool cleaner designed for people who want proper floor, wall and waterline cleaning without having a sucking monster on the end of a hose or dragging out a robot every day to recharge it. On paper, the iGarden K60 leans hard into long runtime, smart path cleaning, turbo cleaning, app scheduling and low maintenance filtration. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through what comes in the box, the key features that actually matter, how to set up and what integration is offered, and then some practical testing to see whether this is a genuinely useful or just another expensive robot making big promises it can't fulfill on. So let's dive on in. Inside the box, you get the iGarden Pool Cleaner K60 unit, the charger, a retrieval hook, a quick start guide, and a user manual. In terms of size, the K60 is listed at 489mm by 389 by 240mm, and the official specs put the robot in at 9.8 kilograms net, which tells you straight away that it's not a skimpy cleaner. It's a substantial machine, and that can be a good thing for traction and stability, but it also means you'll notice the weight when lifting it out, especially when wet. Although to be fair, I have reviewed a few robot pool cleaners, and the K60 drains super quickly with very little blowback of debris, so it's much better than most. You have to love the styling of the K60, which is supposedly designed on a hypercar, and I can see why. Well, if you squint and have a very vivid imagination. Getting it ready is pretty straightforward. First, you open the charging port cover and plug in the supply charger to the mains. Now, while on the point of this charger, this is a huge improvement over some that I've used previously. Firstly, it's modular, so the charging component is separate from the section that plugs into the robot. So the part that usually fails is exactly that, the part that plugs into the robot. So now, if this fails, you simply replace the plug and not replace the whole unit. Pure genius. Secondly, the pins on the unit are huge. This means that they will last, as I've had previous robots where these pins have simply dissolved, making the unit simply stop working. Now, my K60 came with 60% state of charge, but expect to take 5 hours for a full charge from empty. The manual says 3 green LEDs means that it's fully charged. Once fully charged, you need to turn on the power switches underneath the base of the unit, then press and hold the power button for 3 seconds. We'll cover the app setup a little later, but pairing process uses Bluetooth and 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi, and the setup has to be done before the robot goes underwater because the app features are unavailable once submerged. Then you place in the water within 3 minutes of powering on, and top tip, rotate slightly if you want to release trapped air and let it go. And if you need to pull it out later, there's that retrieval hook that comes into action. What I like about the setup flow is that it sounds more like charge, switch on, choose mode, drop in the water, than some of the more annoying pool robots where you feel like you're onboarding a new IT system. Officially, iGarden sell this as a smart touch control interface, but the controls and app can feel a little bit heavy icon, so not instantly intuitive, so there may be a short learning curve before you're flying through the settings like a pro. Starting in the top middle, there's an on-off button, and it's basically the K60's master control. According to the manual, you press and hold it for 3 seconds to wake the robot or to put it to sleep. Once you've powered it up and chosen your settings, press it again to confirm your settings and start the cleaner. The manual also notes that if the battery drops below 15%, the red LED flashes and the robot parks itself and then goes to sleep. Over on the top left is the cleaner timer icon, which lets you choose how long the K60 will run for. The manual shows 4 options here: 1 hour, 1.5 hours, 2 hours, or run until the battery low mode. In other words, this is the icon that you use if you want to control the length of time the cleaning will go for, rather than let the robot go until it needs to be recharged. To the top right is the cleaning mode icon, and this one decides where the K60 cleans. The manual says that one LED means clean floor only, while both LEDs indicate full surface cleaning, meaning floor, walls and waterline. In the bottom left is the turbo mode. This is your power boost setting. The manual describes it as green is on or off, with the function listed as high power boost versus standard. So when turbo mode is active, the K60 is essentially switching into a more aggressive cleaning mode, but at the expense of the battery life. In the bottom middle, you've got the AI timer icon, and this is also the scheduling control. The manual says it cycles through auto clean every 24, 48 or 72 hours, and it can be also disabled completely. This same button is used for the app pairing. The manual instructs you to press and hold for 3 seconds, at which time the robot will beep and the off-on light starts flashing so you can complete the pairing to the iGarden robotic app. Finally, in the bottom right is the battery indicator, which tells you how much charge you've got left. The manual states that the green LEDs represent roughly 20 to 100% charge, while red means it's under 20%. It also ties into the low battery behavior for the robot. So this is the icon you watch when you want to know whether you've got enough power left for another run. The first big headline feature is runtime, and this is really the K60's main flex. Officially, the iGarden says that you can get up to 6 hours in floor only mode, 3.5 hours in floor, wall and waterline mode, or 3 hours in turbo plus floor only, and 2.5 hours in turbo plus all surface cleaning. It uses a 7.5 amp hour 192 watt hour battery, and the company positions this as something that you can last all week with a cleaning schedule rather than the need to constantly recharge. In practical terms, that's better because most people don't want to babysit a pool robot. You want to run it, leave it alone, and come back to a cleaner pool, not recharge it after every short cycle. That said, in my testing I found those figures to be a little aspirational. It's more like about 85% of the claimed, but for those of you with EVs you totally get that. But it's still best in class with the ability to last all week on AI mode. Next is the cleaning hardware itself. iGarden tells you about a turbine grade impeller and an optimized flow system and a suck flow rate of 5,810 gallons per hour for the K60. The simple version of this is, it's built to move a meaningful amount of water through the cleaner so it actually collects debris rather than just wandering around looking busy. The product page also calls out dual scrubbing brushes and 3 motors, which is what you want to hear on a cleaner that's supposed to deal with not just loose leaves, but also grime that sticks to the surface of the pool. This is the difference between a robot that only picks up the obvious stuff and one that helps you with the fine dirt and the film that makes a pool look tired. Then there's the turbo 200% mode, which is basically the K60's idea of the pool had a rough weekend setting. iGarden says it's designed for the aftermath of storms, pool parties, extra debris and small pebbles. I actually think this is one of the more useful features because most pool owners don't have a pool that's equally dirty every day. Some days you just want a maintenance clean, and some days you've got leaves, grit and random junk everywhere. Having a softer daily clean plus a more hard power option makes the robot more flexible instead of forcing one cleaning style into every situation. After that, iGarden moves into the smart navigation. The official material talks about an AI inverter technology, intelligent path optimization, infrared plus IMU pool mapping, AI-powered route learning and adaptive mobility. Strip out the marketing language and the promise is pretty clear. It's supposed to clean in an organized way, making more complex pool shapes and adapts when it hits steep slopes and walls and obstacles. That matters because random navigation is the fastest way to waste battery. A robot that learns and adjusts should spend more time cleaning untouched areas and less time revisiting the same patch of floor like it forgot where it was 5 seconds ago. One thing I really like here is that the K60 isn't just a drop in and hope for the best kind of cleaner, because through the app you can actually set it up around your schedule by choosing the date, the cleaning intervals, the duration and the mode that you want the pool to be cleaned in. So if you want a quick 1 hour touch up, a longer 1.5 or 2 hour clean, or just want to let it run to the max, you've got that flexibility. And you can also pick whether you want it to do floor only, walls and waterline, full coverage, or have to tackle the walls and waterlines first before moving down to the floor. It's got great flexibility. And on top of that, the AI scheduler gives you 24, 48 and 72 hour scheduling options. There's over-the-air updates for future improvements and even live support built into the app. which makes this feel like a lot more like a smart pool cleaner than a basic robot with an on and off switch. The next feature set is coverage. The K60 is designed to clean floors, walls and waterline, and the product page specifically mentions obstacle avoidance, two-step climbing and waterline precision cleaning. That's important because the waterline is one of those most annoying parts of a pool that needs to be manually cleaned. That's where oils, sunscreen residue and grime build up, and it's also part people notice first. If a robot can actually scrub that band around the pool properly, it saves you one of the most annoying and boring jobs of pool ownership. iGarden also says it works across round, rectangular, kidney-shaped, irregular pools and on surfaces including concrete, vinyl, fiberglass, mosaic tiles and stainless steel. Then there's the filtration and maintenance side. The K60 has a 4-litre debris basket and a 180 micron filter. And iGarden says it's designed to catch everything from leads, hair through to twigs, gravel and sand. The maintenance story is pleasantly simple. Remove the basket, rinse it out with a hose or tap and reinsert. And finally, the robot has an auto-docking or self-parking behavior. Means it returns to the edge where the battery is low or the cleaning is done. And the official page says it's a self-draining in about 5 seconds for easy lift out. The whole end of cleaning workflow matters more than the brands like to admit, because even the best robot cleaners get old fast if emptying and retrieving is a pain. Now I'll assume that you have downloaded the iGarden application. Make sure you get the right one, as there are 2. You've also created an account and make sure that the K60 is close by. Now this is super simple, so I'll run through the application setup really quickly. Open the iGarden application. Press the Add Device. The application will request permission to use location and Bluetooth. Press Continue. For me, a K-series robot was found instantly. Agree to allow to use Bluetooth. Press Allow. Now you need to run through a reset of the device. Press Next. Now if you haven't already done so, turn over the K60 and make sure that the mains power is on and press Next. Press and hold the cleaning mode for 3 seconds until you hear a beep and press Next. Press the Add Device and press Next. Enter your 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi and password and press Next. The app will reset the K60. Press Next. Once notified as successful, press Next. The device will power cycle and the app will search for the K60. Once found, press Add. Enter your Wi-Fi SSID and password and press Done. You should now see the K60 with a green tick. Here you can change the name of the K60 if required. Press Done. And you're up and running. First, I tested the K60's battery life claim with the AI cleaning scheduled for 40 minutes per day to clean the floor of the pool. The K60 lasted for 7 days, that's 280 minutes of cleaning, and still had battery life left over. That's a full week of cleaning between charges. I've never had any pool cleaner that lasted so long and is a huge tick. As for coverage, the AI navigation works very well. No, it's not everything that the marketing material said, and yes, it went over the same sections on occasions, but in general, it covered the whole pool, making a particularly good job of the waterline. However, there was one exception. The K60 failed to climb my steps to the pool. But then again, no robot pool has managed to do this, and some of them have cost twice as much. iGarden has some Pro Series pool robots coming out shortly. So when those are released, I'll let you know if I have more luck. Debris cleaning was excellent as expected and picked up everything that was dropped in the pool. I didn't get a chance to test for heavier debris, but in a few months I'll put something in the comments onto how it performed on larger debris. Overall, the iGarden K60 looks like a genuinely capable cordless pool robot with a strong feature set. The big strengths are the long claim runtime, full floor to waterline coverage, strong suction and a basket capacity, plus schedule cleaning options. Everything worked as intended. In fact, the only real limitation I found was the ability to climb my pool steps. So who is it for? I'd say it makes the most sense for pool owners who want to reduce manual cleaning, want proper wall to waterline coverage, and like the idea of setting a schedule and letting the robot handle everything else. As to who should avoid it, anyone who wants a dead simple interface with zero learning curve, or anyone with a tiny pool who might be better served with a cheaper and more basic cleaner. But if you want a premium style cordless cleaner that aims to cover the whole pool and cut down your maintenance time in a meaningful way, the K60 looks like a very strong contender. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, then hit that like button, comment and share. And if you want to have access to similar material, then maybe subscribe or become a channel member and get access to material plus other perks. And if you want to join other like-minded people, then why not join the Discord channel where smart home enthusiasts meet to solve each other's issues. And if I've helped you with a purchasing decision, then maybe a super thanks or a PayPal donation. It's really appreciated. Until the next one.